inspiring. It's like, bitch, how am I going to have time to get my Diet Cokes if I'm working giving other people Diet Cokes?
You just have free unlimited Diet Coke.
You think? I think they draw a line with me.
Is that incense holder work?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, good.
I got a couple.
Well, I know, but that's the one I made you.
Oh, this thing is so perfect. It's such a welcome addition of my life. Oh. Oh.
You weren't in here when I said that. I just had a 21-year-old tell me how cool I was. And, like, not a bitchy way. She was like, oh my God, I love all your tattoos. You're so cool. I was like,
That is nice.
thanks.
When you can look at somebody older than yourself and be like, you know what, that gives me something to look forward to. I could be hip and tatted up at 29
Thank
again.
you for keeping me still in my 20s.
Oh, we're 29, baby. We're 29 till I retire. And then I'll be whatever they want me to be. Welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start the show by inviting you to check out Caddyshack of New Hamel, Illinois. Our friends over at Caddyshack have rescued over 1,000 cats, brand new ones every day. I just saw on my way here, there's a sick little baby waiting to go to the vet tomorrow, a little kitten girl. They were looking for her to have a place to sleep overnight. They can get her in there tomorrow. 100% of every dollar you give to Caddyshack goes straight into saving little precious, innocent, abandoned kittens like that. So don't mean to take you on the whole trip, but that's the way it is. Yahtzee! I host a free trivia game every Thursday, and I'm trying to co-mingle the pod audience with the trivia audience. There's already like a dozen teams of regulars, but it's free to play. It's at Bluewood Brewing here in St. Louis at Cherokee and Lemp. It's a great spot. Again, free trivia game. You can win free beers every round, and it's a great way to see us in person. Emma is back because the power of threes, and I have to thank Emma for holding me accountable for doing this show because she keeps this appointment and keeps the show moving. I would have flaked out so hard if it was up to me today. Yeah. But when Emma's like, okay, I'll be over at 7. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. I'm not gonna text you and,
that's a bad
say,
idea.
hey, I just don't feel like it. I had to play music all day, and I kind of just want to lay on the couch and
I would
fight
say, grow
zombies
up. I'm on my
phone."
way.
Right. You were already here when I got here, so I didn't even have a chance.
No.
There was no way out of this. I did see No Antics today. I was writing a concept for a new music video that we're shooting next weekend. We just dropped the video for Listen. Most of our singles so far have their own video. We're going in chronological order. So Fantasy is next. Let Me Out, I just watched yesterday with my mother. It holds up. It's really nice. That's the one with the zombies. And then we just dropped Listen, which I was inspired by the concept for Listen by Serenity by Godsmack. If you go back and watch the music video for Serenity by Godsmack, it was all mostly like backstage tour footage collage, right? And so that's kind of what this is. It's a fun, feel-good video. It's a great song. It's one of our absolute best songs. So if you haven't heard Listen by No Antics, hit it up. I just also saw Blinded by Stereo today. We have like half an albums of new material already working, but the album itself is a real cornerstone of my catalog thus far in my career. It's my first ever record on vinyl. I play keyboard all over the entire thing. There's Moog synthesizer and organ and maybe even some piano if you're lucky. So Blinded by Stereo, you could buy that directly from Matt on Bandcamp at blindedbystereo.bandcamp.com probably. My cats hate the show. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
No Antics explain.
I think Blinded by Stereo at your vinyl release, right?
Yeah, you would have been there
Anchor?
for that one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, I try to support you.
Yes. My mom and her best friend Heather are patrons of the Patreon, so they saw the Listen video before just about anybody. It's the only way to support this show directly financially is patreon.com/JacobV, JACOBVI. And we have exclusive stuff there every week. Music that's not been released, demos, exclusive. There's an oral history of No Antics on there right now that was improvised for some content we're working on, and it's 12 minutes of just joy Just pure joy. And that's $1 a week to get stuff like that in your email.
Only $1?
It's $1 a week,
I
baby.
can't afford that.
It's $4
I was like,
a
you're talking about
month.
stuff I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not on your Patreon. I'm so sorry.
No, I know that. And we've
I'm on
talked,
the
you know what? And
podcast,
me and the board of directors have talked about that.
You know?
It's come up. And
I'm in your real life all the time.
that's the thing. That's exactly what I
We
said
were
to them.
just hanging
I
out at
said,
my place
"Listen,
last night."
It doesn't really make sense. If she gives me $1 a week, I'm probably going to spend that on cheesecake for her and my wife. I mean,
I just had to buy some today. I'm just saying.
you know what? I
I'm
owe
a
you for
better
the Dairy Queen
husband.
that time. I mean, there is no God. Easy Living is my last solo single, my most recent, not my final, but my most recent. And I tag that in Instagram all the time. If you're doing any easy living out there, feel free to tag Easy LVN by Jacob V. Emma is back again, like I mentioned. She has a surprise for us. I kind of have an idea of what it could be related to, but I didn't spoil it for myself.
No, because I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, I didn't think this through. They're going to send you emails because I didn't want to put it under my account.
No, I just looked at the first one. It was a Sunday. I'm not like sitting in front of my email.
Right. No, of course. And then I just said ignore the rest of them.
Right.
You are officially official, an LLC.
Oh, thank God. Did my wife tell you that I needed to do that?
No, I knew you needed to do that because
Yeah.
I'm a fucking businesswoman.
Yeah,
So it
and
is
what's
Jacob Vi Entertainment LLC.
Yeah.
That means you can put all of your business, all of your musical stuff under one big organization.
Yeah, which includes this podcast.
Yes, it does.
Any revenue generated for and of the pod, or any expenses incurred therein, because I've already got a couple $100 of expenses this year. So this is I really should have done this myself over a year ago, probably, but this was definitely the time where I knew that we'd have to get this ball rolling. And it's one of those things that, like, I'll leave a bag of trash by the back door for a week. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, I do.
And
Well, that's why I'm here.
And you know how to do this stuff because you're self-employed, correct?
Yeah.
Like you're,
I've had my LLC registered since I switched over to booth rental at Cut and Dye, so I haven't established LLC.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Multiple years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah. So, and it's really the structure that I really do believe in for myself. I'm not really interested in, doing a whole bunch of things inside of a structure 50 hours a week that's like all completely like dictated by other people. You know what I mean? I have things that I like to do, and when I need to write those things off on my taxes, Jesus, I'd like to be a free agent. So I can't thank you enough. It's so nice of you. You absolutely did not have to do that.
I know I didn't have to, but
no,
I
but
love
also the way you did it
and,
was pretty clutch, that you set it up with my email and stuff, so it's not like a nightmare for me to start managing myself or looking
like
at, you know what I
things
mean?
and
It's
stuff,
hey,
man.
it's a
Like,
classy move.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a classy move.
No, but I mean, it's the least I can do. I love you. I support everything you do, and I just want to see everybody succeed. And again, I know how to do it because I've done it before. So I just swooped in and
it's been a very enjoyable because we'd probably, even if you hadn't been on the pod the last couple of times, we probably would have seen each other equally as often.
Yeah,
we were over there last night and whatnot. It's not which wasn't always the case in our friendship, like historically, but I don't know. I've been
we
really
lost half of our friend group. So
Well,
we're kind of stuck with each other.
Man, those blue states will suck a friend group apart. You know what I'm
Colorado.
saying?
I'm
If you could just
I hate the
segregate
state of
yourself
Colorado.
enough at high enough altitude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently.
But it must be great.
We're
They
stuck
must
here
love
in the
it.
swamp still.
I know. I'm a fucking
heart
river
of the
rat.
Midwest.
But that's what I tell people, though. That's why my people don't like to go west of 270 even, because if the farther we get from the river, our power gets diminished.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need to get
The
down
bush
in
beer starts
like
seeping out
I
of your
seriously, I'm
system.
thinking about maybe a little summer gig. I go work on a fucking barge. You know what I mean? Get me right there to the source of the civilization that I call home.
You'd smell like dirty
it's that
river water.
filthy
Gross.
river. It's mostly shit and catfish.
And dead bodies.
Well, hopefully the catfish are alive, but not always. It's not a guarantee. In these sensitive times, and it gets,
I don't think you would do well on a barge.
No,
I would probably do better than you would.
I could give a fuck what the weather is like. I get seasick. I'm seasick thinking about it. If I have to pee too bad, I
do
get
too.
seasick.
I can't do roller coasters. So I get too motion sick. It's a real bummer. Am I gonna take Dramamine?
Why are we so soft?
I don't know.
I think it's generational,
for yourself,
right? But you know, when my grandparents got to be older, they were very particular. But I think our standard of living is just higher.
Oh yeah.
Than it was when
but I
our
also went to a
grandparents
weird
would've been
hippie elementary school where like our field trips were camping and like real camping where we had to bring our own food and dig a hole, and that was like third and fourth grade.
Where are you digging a hole?
In the woods.
For what?
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm
there
asking.
There aren't bathrooms in the woods,
There's
Jake.
no bath. You went on a field trip overnight with no bathrooms.
Multiple nights.
God damn it. We
I'm
have
built strong,
we have
baby.
things written down to talk about. And none of the things that we've looked at for a week to talk about were you shitting in a hole as an infant.
I mean, it built
without
character.
Your parents.
Yeah.
I had to watch my mom pee on a tree
we would
once.
go spelunking and shit too.
I haven't been right. I ain't been right. Since then. That was a rough place. This must have been really remote because there was this place my dad was building something when we were kids and he had us all out there. I remember like we had to be so far away from access to a toilet that like everybody at some point had to do some kind of bathroom business like on a log or something. And that's just not for me. I learned that. Here's the thing that I love about where we are in the continuum of like the modernization of especially childhood is that we had plenty of roughing it before.
Yeah.
I used to be able to ride my bike around Lindenwood Park. Mm-hmm. Like just leave my house, take my bike out of sight of my house.
I lived at the pool.
But that was the 90s. I was way too young to be doing that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure, I guess.
But so that thing that people romanticize so much is part of our childhood, but then we kind of saw the post like kind of social media kind of transformation. We got a new subscriber.
Woo!
Babine 26.
I like
yes.
You're welcome.
Oh! Oh yeah! You can text the show at any time at 314-626-4208. Let me open that up. Is Jimmy gonna call you?
Who?
Whitfield?
James?
Yeah.
James?
Oh, James.
Witty? I don't know. I texted him the link.
Well, he's got the hair number. Did he get a haircut since the last show?
No, you're right.
Well, he talked about it all. What? That I shouldn't have asked that. You should have lied and told me he did because I feel so emasculated. My show has no power. What good is a platform? I set it up myself.
Platform. How many? I'm just saying. Can we talk numbers since I've been on the show and I've been promoting the show?
You know what? It's been really great. I mean, it's why I haven't been overly compelled to switch it up at all because I mean, the options are. You know, I could have done. I tried to do one Friday with my brother, and then
Clay and I could both be on it. That would be a fun show.
Yeah, but he plays D&D on Sundays.
I know.
But this Sunday shit is really convenient.
It's just Sundays have been working for me with my schedule.
Right, me too.
We'll check on April. You know, we'll do a schedule check. I sent you the link to sync calendars with your iPhones.
Why was I opening this?
I don't know. What were you opening?
I have been.
To talk about T-Pain's cover album.
Yeah. So, but thank you again. The show is legit, and we're officially gonna get sued by the IRS at some point.
Yep.
Gonna get sued. Me.
I'll blow you up. I'll blow this shit up. I'll blow
by the IRS. Gonna get sued by the IRS.
Did you smoke crack before we did this?
I need crack, I think. I get so sleepy. I think crack would pull me right out of it.
Oh, you were smoking? No, this one's pretty indica heavy. And I put that lavender in there.
All day at the teat.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? I mean, I had an old lady come up to me this morning because they needed to figure out something. And I was in the mark.
At the church?
Yeah, I was in the mark, clutched up. And she walks all the way from the building, and I'm not parked near the door. She walks all the way out in the parking lot, and she didn't wave or anything. She just kept walking. And so I had to give her a little window, be like, "Are you looking for me?" And she got fogged. I know she got fogged by that crack smoke. And crack smoke's a bitch. Secondhand crack smoke. You would have thought I was shotgunning it to her. She had a good $20-$30 of crack smoke.
You're a fucking nightmare.
I love
guarantee
T-Pain.
I wasn't-
I've always loved T-Pain.
Yeah,
I think
always.
especially people
I feel like
our
we
age.
grew up with T-Pain.
Right, that he kind of hit at a time where we were going to be in an environment where that music is really nice to have. So you're chilling with the bro. You're in some guy's pool or something. You know what I
We
mean?
were playing beer pong, probably.
Right. And that was good music to have then. And then you and me were immediately huge fans of his Tiny Desk and the
Yeah.
doing it acoustic thing, which I knew he could do. I had seen him like joke about it in interviews and stuff and sing something just real quick or whatever. It was like, so he's got a real voice or whatever, but it's been nice. And there's definitely still plenty of processed kind of sounds on the cover album with his, it's not like a Motown record or something where it's super dry and clean or anything. It's definitely a T-Pain record, but the set list is great. And I think it's a great idea because if you look at the economics of how music has, I've really thought all this. This past week, isn't it crazy?
Well,
this is why I'm always fucking tired.
Out, I put it on at the salon. I was like, I don't care. Sorry, changing it. We're listening to this. It's happening.
War Pigs. Sorry.
Never liked that song before. Love it now.
The set list was really great, and the reason why people didn't used to do more of this kind of thing was because there wasn't enough money in it. If you could get people to buy a record where you owned all of the publishing, then you'd make so much more money. But there's so much less money to be made per release in streaming now that it makes sense that, like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it on DistroKid, my publisher, because they're like there's famous people that use it because they could just publish their own thing and they don't have to have a label or someone that's going to orchestrate with things like printing CDs and shit. Though I would buy this on vinyl. I'm sure he'll do a vinyl.
Oh, I'm sure he had I sent you a TikTok of him doing like an intimate evening and he did a couple other covers that weren't on the album
because he was saying
released.
he streams on Twitch, and I think he must have a podcast or a talk show on there.
Yeah.
And he was saying he makes more money doing that now than he does off of his music a lot of the time, especially month by month.
I would pay a lot of money to go to an intimate evening with T-Pain.
Well, and I think, especially as he gets older, you have to think about that, and he's going to think that, you know, as my fans get older, we don't have to be in a nightclub environment, you know, or a stadium environment. We could be in a theater. Like, I saw Erykah Badu at the Fox Theater.
Yeah,
and
I know you invited me. I think I had to like teach or something the next day.
I needed
so mad I couldn't go.
I needed that extra seat. It turns out,
well,
but just thinking of somebody that was looked at as a super contemporary, like hip hop, like urban act when she came out, that now, you know, the fan base is aged, and it's like, you know, we can definitely sell out a theater, so why don't we have a nice elevated experience? No opener, it's like an evening with type of vibe.
100 less people? Oh my God, that would be so dope.
Yeah. Oh, or even more than that. I mean, but you know, and there's
like
just theaters of
small.
every size too, is the thing. And so, oh yeah, when you and me are 50, we'll definitely be fucking seeing old ass fucking T-Pain doing whatever he wants to do. I don't give a fuck. But that was the thing. So you can do an album of covers, even expensive covers to do, because you're only splitting the royalty. You don't have to give them money up front to make the thing. Like, I think if you're going to, I don't know, there's the rules on this have also changed, but they're also very, very specific. But like, so no, I thought it was a brilliant idea. It's a great way to keep the content going and remind his fans that he's gathering all the time, that he's a singer first. And also it's just fun to listen to. It's just his voice on anything is just a shot of adrenaline to, especially people our age, I think, like we talked about.
Yeah.
So what's all on it? Let's look. I didn't look.
It starts off with "The Change Is Gonna Come."
Great choice.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Great. Yeah. Does he put twang on that one though?
A little.
Is it bad though?
No. No.
Okay,
I mean, but Chris Stapleton doesn't really have a country twang
That's true.
to it.
I was just worried
It's
he would
more
overdo
soul.
that part, like that guy that did the Get Up. Blanco Brown, like that's.
Oh
not what
yeah,
I like.
yeah.
War Pigs, Stay With Me by
Sam Smith.
Really?
Yeah, it's very good. Well, that one was on. There was like a mashup that he put out of a bunch of songs, and I think that was a cover on there. But I've heard that cover from him before.
And I think the only feature,
"Don't Stop Believin' Journey." My favorite
I think the
song?
only feature on this record is a St. Louis guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Um,
That song I don't know, but I like his version.
yeah, but who is the Nando STL? So it's a Frank Sinatra song. I don't really know that one either. Mando ST, but I don't. But isn't that crazy that if there's no other features on the record, and then the only guy is an STL guy because T-Pain's from Florida, so it's not even like a
Tallahassee Pain.
Exactly. But God is good. We're grateful for that. Joe Exotic seems to think he's going to run for president for 2024. From jail?
Free Joe Exotic. No, I'm kidding. Sure, man. Let him think what he wants. Good for him.
Yeah.
Can I have a document? Like, I want another documentary, though.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, listen, if your campaign is going to be boiled down into a 10-part series on Netflix,
I'll take it.
It'll be Tiger King 4 will be the 4th installment in the saga. Because they had that third piece with the Doc Antle ponytail daddy going to prison. Did he get busted?
Yeah.
Is he locked up?
I believe so, yeah.
Do you want me to look it up? It's easier for you to look it up.
No, it's fine. I'm dual technology over
Doc
here. Doc
Antle.
I'm fairly certain.
Is it Antle or Ansel?
Antle.
Ansel.
I don't even think that's his actual...
Right.
Oh, yeah, Bhagavan.
God,
and he's a magician. I forgot that was in there,
But again,
too.
wasn't he born...
He's an adult
wasn't he born
magician.
like Clarence or something? Like his...
Kevin Antle.
That was his birth name was Kevin?
Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, he kept his last name? Antle's his original last name? Well, that's nice of him. I mean, we have no idea who that guy used to be. Kevin could have been a murderer, and he said, now I'm Bhagavan.
The magician.
I'm a magician. I like women.
The indictment alleges that at various times with some other people illegally trafficked wildlife in violation of federal law, including blah, 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 and made false records regarding that wildlife. Lemurs, cheetahs, and a chimpanzee. What a dick.
He better not. Chimpanzees are very dangerous.
He's also a pedophile.
It's cruel to do anything other than preserve a natural habitat for a chimpanzee is cruel because they're too smart and too powerful to really be
That's
free.
some stuff we got away with in the 90s. I had a chimpanzee birthday party. I have pictures of a chimpanzee in my house on Argonne that I grew up in for my birthday, wearing a diaper.
The chimpanzee's wearing a diaper?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I don't know, like under 10. That's not a thing anymore. You can't do that. You can't just have wild animals over to your house.
You don't mention it.
Yeah, I had a It's probably when I went to that hippie ass elementary school where I was camping.
We had a Batman show up.
A Batman?
But he
Batman?
A Batman. But he had a mustache, like an
come
old
in the
guy
Batman-mobile?
mustache. And so I got very upset. And I ran and hid.
That makes sense.
And I told my mom I didn't want any special guests. And so all the old ladies got a picture with this Batman with a mustache. And this was you don't understand. You don't understand. This was
Batman, not Batman.
Yeah,
it's
this was 1995, so we didn't have multiverse Batman like we have now. You can't just have 9 Batmans.
Right.
In 1995.
Yep.
It was Keaton or Conroy. That was it.
Yep. I'm a Keaton gal.
Yeah. And in live action, it better be fucking Keaton.
Did you hear that Kanye West apologized to the Jewish people because he watched a Jonah Hill movie? And
I saw that. I was like,
people?
why? Which Jonah Hill movie too? Was it the one?
I don't know. I'll pull the TikTok.
I think I watched it.
You watched the movie?
The movie, the new one where he marries that young woman of color.
Oh yeah, I didn't. The black woman.
Right, she's black. I would rather you say it. I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
Watching. No.
What? I don't know what's happening. You gotta
Watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. Mm-hmm. No one should take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite.
What platform was that on?
Instagram. Maybe Truth
Kanye
Social.
West is still active on Instagram?
I don't know. It was the only post on there, I believe. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is a Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. Fantastic. I'm pulling up on Instagram. Right
Sure.
now.
Yeah.
What a solid apology for
we
your
used to have a country,
rhetoric.
you guys. We used to have a civilization that we lived in that we called home, and there were standards. There were certain things that if you did certain things, no one would ever see you again.
Is he just Yee on Instagram?
And now it seems like everyone's called that bluff, and everyone's like, wait a minute, what if I just keep going to work?
What's Kanye West's Instagram? I asked you and you ignored me.
I don't
You were
fucking
talking
know.
over me.
I didn't know he was still on Instagram. I was
Maybe it was a
talking to
truth.
my audience.
Yeah, it's Yee. I said, is it Yee? But it was Kanye West. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh.
What? Into the microphone.
No, it's just it's the only post on his page, and a lot of people liked it. And
Well, what? So he didn't delete his account? He deleted all his previous posts, or it's a new Instagram? Is he at a check mark?
Yeah.
Is it just yay?
Yep. I'll send it.
So Zuck gave him the hookup on that.
Yeah.
He's zucked up.
Are they going to ban TikTok? What are we going to do if they ban TikTok?
I'll be fine because it's just going to be
I
Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels will just come out sooner.
Ugh.
Kanye West.
I sent it to you.
Only one post. That's so weird.
That's so, who?
He
doesn't have a PR team.
I don't think he has any kind of team anymore. He doesn't seem to even have a closet.
Didn't he sell the Wyoming property?
Well, since him and Jeffrey broke up. I hope they get the band back together. I hope they can squash that beef because you want to talk about
Jeffree Star is also a horrible bigot.
That's what I'm saying. And all those people, if they're allowed to persist,
they're not.
They're going to group together.
Just block them out.
Because Alex Jones is still working.
Is he?
With $1 billion judgment against him, he's still doing shows and stuff.
Well, we gotta swindle money out of people somehow with your fucking bullshit rhetoric.
It makes me think we should be selling supplements. Are you on anything that you'd recommend? You gave me a little lavender that was nice.
Oh, yeah. I just put lavender in my weed. I started taking collagen for my hair.
Collagen? Do I need that?
I don't know. Do you?
I'm asking you. As
I don't know. I haven't cut your hair in over a year.
Advisor.
I don't know. You probably just need to drink water. Can we go back to that? So my next psychic reading doesn't get crashed?
Well, guys, this has been great. Thanks for joining us.
I'm just trying to make your life better, Jacob.
I'm going to shit in my pants to get out of this.
Fucking, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I do this. I don't know why I put up with you.
We're having a great time. Don't be a bitch. We're not even down we're
not even halfway.
We're 30 minutes in. We haven't even gotten to Ben the Bear or Amanda Bynes.
Well, let's go then.
I'm going to pray for Kanye West.
That's all we can do.
Ben the Bear's moving to Texas.
Thank God.
I guess he fucking hates it here. In the
He
best
escaped
zoo
so many times.
The best, safest, most scientifically advanced zoo in the fucking world. Ben can't handle it. No. So Ben is the young Andean sun bear who has been getting out of his penitentiary at the St. Louis Zoo, his terrarium of doubt, and it caused a ruckus. He caused several ruckuses. What's the plural of ruckus? And I don't know what makes them think.
You wrote papers for me in high school.
I think the place that he's going to in Texas is supposed to be one of those rural places where they have giant fenced-in areas that he would be less likely to attempt to escape.
Too liberal for him here in the city.
It's the thing. He wants his guns. He said, you know what? I'm not up here with all you motherfuckers with your Planned Parenthood bumper stickers and not having guns out pointed at me. I'm a bear. I'm going to Texas.
Oh, poor guy. I mean, hopefully he has more space and more room. Hard. I mean, I know it's like zoos are hard, because I feel like St. Louis does a really good job of being a solid zoo that doesn't mistreat its animals.
The problem is that zoo is a word that applies to a lot of very different types of places.
Yeah.
Our zoo here in St. Louis is a conservation scientific research facility. The display of the animals is really secondary. Mm-hmm. We work with other facilities all over the world to, find and maintain at-risk populations of animals that, in our case here, it's not like Joel's fucking safari out in Wright City.
Right. It's not
where it's a fucking
zoo,
it's a tiger chained to a picnic
things.
table.
Yeah.
And he drives you past on a golf cart and you get to throw meat at it that he stole
from the Walmart
dumpster.
It's not funny, but it's funny.
Well, it's just funny that they're called the same thing. You know what I mean? A roadside attraction, imprisoned animal experiment, and an actual scientific facility where, like, an educational and conservation resource on that scale. You know, if I had $1 billion, if I had $1 billion,
with a B,
if I had a
$1 billion, I would never see any of you again. I love you so much, but I'd be gone.
I would love to look into a viable self-contained polar bear habitat, because we cannot keep polar bears healthy around here. I don't think we're supposed to. It's fucking Missouri.
Yeah,
that's terrible. I just worry about them. If they even live, they're fucking skinny and dirty looking. I'd like a thick, robust polar bear.
I think that's what they all look like now with the ice caps melting. The world's ending.
It's a bummer, though.
Yeah.
It's ended before. It'll end again.
Yeah. I guess we'll survive it or not.
You know what? I can't even really afford to take it more than a couple days at a time.
Take me, Lord Jesus. Take
Lord. Me away. I got good company up there waiting for me. So
I'm saying I'm
not trying to go, but if it like on the scale that
let me die though.
On the scale that the whole world is going, like I'm not like having an existential crisis about it.
No.
You know what I mean? I look forward to walking beside Jesus in the kingdom of heaven.
Keegan's gonna be so pissed to hear you talking like that.
She can hear me.
I know she can. She eavesdrops.
Kiki!
So Amanda Bynes was placed on psychiatric hold. Okay, this bums me out because
she was roaming the streets naked. I thought she was better.
There were so many people who were like taking videos with her, and like none of them stopped to get her help or even thought like, "Hey, we should probably like, do you want to?" And maybe they did off camera, but still like. Ugh, but good for her for calling on herself and acknowledging where her mental health was at.
And I'm glad it ended non-violently.
Safely, yeah. I mean,
we just covered a story last week of a lady who shot at the cops and then shot herself because, she was barricaded in her house. And the mental health thing is just so fucking whack. It's just like people act like it's not a problem. It's just like, what do we, this is somebody's child.
Right.
And
it's not even that. It's just a human being. It's a human being who's struggling.
But also, anyone over the age of like 20 should know of some of her work enough to be like, you know what, that woman's a part of my childhood and my culture. And if I see her stumbling down the street naked, I'm not going to hit it for the gram. I'm going to, say, hey, Mandy, do you want my coat? You look like you're not wearing a coat.
Right.
Can I get you something? Do you need to use my phone? Why don't you get in the car, Mandy? Let's not walk around this street.
People trying to capitalize off of somebody else's
She's the Man was a masterpiece.
Misery. I wasn't, again, I didn't really watch Nickelodeon shows or anything she was in because I didn't have cable growing up.
I feel like your childhood was that of a different person than who you are.
Yeah.
The part like where before I met you, like was like super fucking lame. Good Christ. You were watching PBS?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Between the Lions.
Jesus. Fuck.
Lots of PBS. Zoom is fuck. I was definitely a PBS kid. Thank you. Ellie and I talk about that all the time because Ellie and I had similar upbringings like that.
I needed the action. I like the
I was privileged
slime.
in a different way.
But that's because I was one of those people, like, I spent a lot of my free time with my grandparents when I was little, and they had all the fucking channels. So we're not fucking around listening to Henry Winkler talk about reverse mortgages on PBS for 30 minutes between fucking commercial breaks. I need content, brother. I want the slime. I want Summer Sanders.
Arthur?
Brother.
One of the longest running cartoons on PBS.
Who?
Arthur.
Arthur is for poor people. You watch Arthur at the doctor's office.
Yeah, we didn't have cable because I went to a ritzy ass private school for multiple years. It was basically like a house every year. Sorry, my parents loved me for that 3-year stretch.
Well, I think my parents loved me, and that's why they didn't just send me to Catholic school.
Well, and then I went back to Kirkwood, so,
That's what I always tell people. It's like, well, my parents, we moved where we moved because they loved me. Like, I met a guy. Who was it? No, I didn't meet a guy. We were talking about this. That guy that's from St. Louis from that goddamn show, Tom Sandoval.
Oh, fuck Tom Sandoval.
Hazelwood?
That makes sense.
But it doesn't, because I can't name anyone that looks like him that went there.
Yeah, but he's also 10 years older than us.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a perspective on this issue. Maybe some of that North County crowd we used to hang out with over in Overland, maybe that's some of those people. It's just a weird breed, a different group.
Yeah, but they weren't Hazelwood, were they? I thought
some of them
had to went to private school.
I don't understand though, because I never went fucking north of 40 for anything.
No, that was the only reason I did, was to hang out with that band. Was that Battle Stag?
No.
Which band was it? Because I drove to St. Charles a lot. I feel like in that year alone, I did.
Oh, St. Charles would have been Battle Stag.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
There's still a Battle Stag signature brown ale on tap at the Bluewood.
It's very good, actually.
My free trivia game every Thursday, by the way. You got to bring the plugs back because we don't have a mid-roll, Caddyshack, Patreon, trivia. Patreon. So, what was the resolution here? She's in a facility.
It was extended. I think that's the latest update. Is that she is in a facility and that the hold was extended. Which good. She should take all the time she needs.
No, I just
I've been locked up in one of those before, and it sucked.
I wish some of these people, like. I've never been like, I really want to meet celebrities. I've never really been like that because it just seems like, why? Like, why? That's
just another person.
You know what I mean? And, but some of them I wish I could just send a positive message to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Amanda Bynes.
You could probably tweet her.
Lindsay Lohan. Is Amanda getting tweets in jail? Or she's not in jail?
No, she's not in jail.
She's in a psychiatric facility.
She probably doesn't have her phone in the psych ward.
But you think she'll see it later if I tweet her now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tweet Amanda Bynes. Sinead O'Connor could use a positive affirmation. That poor baby.
I thought she died.
No, her son killed himself, and so then she was on suicide watch for probably still.
Yeah.
Tragic. Trigger warning. So I don't know. Like, some people need to just go away, but some people just need to be told, hey, your contributions to society are plenty, and you need to just take some time and just heal, mama.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
that's what we're all about. Speaking of which, let's talk about a little self-care. What are we looking down the pipe for astrology for next month? Where April starts this week.
April. So it's going to be the start of eclipse season. Which is always a very transformative time. So definitely in April, we're going to have changes and shifts in your life, preferably good, but maybe good or bad. Anything that happens will be for you to either learn from and or move you forward on your path in life. It says, due to the energy surrounding this month's eclipse, it's very likely that a new chapter will begin for us in some way. I'm fucking hoping so.
Mm-hmm.
I need it. I need a new chapter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
been fucking rough, but we're going to survive. It also is going to be the first time we have a planet in retrograde since January. So since January, all planets have been going direct. Now we have Mercury stationing in retrograde on the 21st.
With what?
What do you mean?
It's going to be up against what?
Mercury retrograde starts on the 21st of April.
Oh, okay. Mercury, huh? That's never good.
Yep. It's not bad. I mean, it's not really bad. People give it a bad rap. It's just frustrating. Technology gets messed up.
Crystal ball and ask when I get a fucking break.
I'm trying to ask for myself.
We can't all take a break at the same time.
I need a break. I need a break first.
Okay.
You kind of had a break for the last few years.
I don't know why everyone keeps saying that. It's not how it's felt.
It hasn't felt like it, but you kind of have. April 3rd, we have Mercury entering Taurus, so it where it's going to retrograde later in the month. Again, we have planets starting to move back into retrograde. It'll help slow things down a little bit, making our minds become quieter, and we may find it easier to move into places of stillness. Clarity is more likely to be drawn from stillness rather than action. So, really just trying to go within, and you're going to be able to kind of slow things down and work things out the way you need to. We do have a Libra full moon coming up on April 6th, which is strong healing energy. Lord Jesus, yes, please. It'll definitely bring healing breakthroughs, allowing us the strength, compassion, and awareness that our wounds can bring us. It'll definitely shine a spotlight on our partnerships and how we show up in our relationships, whether that be romantic or platonic, just with individuals in our lives. We may find ourselves needing to let go or release attitudes, behaviors, or patterns that are no longer serving us in our relationships. Full moons are a great time to release things that no longer serve you. This full moon especially is good for a cord cutting. Libra is all about balance.
But isn't it not till the 6th?
Yeah, April 6th. And definitely full moons can illuminate things for us to step deeper into work, really working on shadow work in the parts of yourselves that you feel you need to grow. Again, doing a cord cutting ritual is great for anything that is no longer serving you, people, places, times, things, anything like that. It can be specific. It can be generic. I did one with my depression and anxiety and mental health stuff, and it definitely helped for a little bit. And even if it was placebo effect, it was a nice reprieve. Let's see, Venus entering Gemini on April 11th.
Oh, God.
Don't you dare.
Oh, I just didn't know what it meant. It felt ominous.
It'll be easier to acknowledge and work from our more intuitive being side. So just, opening up psychicness. And then we have a total new moon solar eclipse in Aries on April 19th and 20th, which is going to be one of the biggest events of the year. The sun will be completely eclipsed, making it a special sight to see and extra potent. They tend to signify a new beginning in the evolution of our soul's journey. And it falls in Aries, the sign connected to new beginnings. So again, that's the biggest thing for this season upcoming is new beginnings, whether we want it, we're ready for it or not, it's coming. So just be prepared and go with what the universe brings into your life.
I should have asked you to prepare to tell me specifically about me.
About you, of course. I can do that.
Is that the most Capricorn thing?
Yeah, because you have the most Capricorn chart.
Yeah, I'm 7 out of 12, I think.
I have 4. 4 out of 12, 2 in Cancer.
2 in Cancer, huh?
My Mars and Venus.
No.
So I'm an emotional lover and fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an angry crier. You know what I mean?
Am I going to be okay?
Yeah, of course. We're all going to be okay.
No, that's not. I want to be better than some people.
I mean, definitely Capricorns are getting a break right now.
Oh, God. I'm capped up, G.
Yeah. Are you going to survive it?
Well, okay, good. That's all I need to know.
So yeah, definitely a shakeup of things. And again, as we said on the last 2 podcasts, this year is going to be broken down into 3 different parts. We have January through March, then we have April through about September, and then we have October on. So we are gearing up for the second part of the year that's going to be vastly different than the first.
It is.
I'm hoping. That's what the stars say. You know what I mean? I'm just let go, let God. Yeah. I'm just here.
Yeah.
To manifest in what's the best for me at my highest purpose and keep out what's not for me, man.
Yeah. I just, I almost quit 2 of my 5 jobs this week. So.
Why not?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably will next week.
Well, just wait till you have a steady paycheck for a minute.
Yeah. I know.
Look, I got to teach tomorrow. This week has been very busy.
You're teaching Pulp Riot tomorrow?
I am. I'm teaching
at
Blush Salon.
Follow Emma on Instagram at Sheer Hair, SCHEER hair on Instagram, because especially when you're doing the Pulp Riot stuff, I love when that just pops up in my feed. It's always
vibrant hair.
Yeah, and that stuff is fun. And that's kind of, if you're not super into hair content and you have a higher threshold of what's an ooh and ah for you because you don't absorb it all the time, the Pulp Riot stuff on Sheer Hair on Instagram is a great place to start.
Thanks.
I'm a pluggy bitch. I'll plug it up.
I love it. Yeah, I'm teaching at Blush Salon tomorrow. We have an advanced formulation color that I'm pretty stoked for. And then I have to finish a wig for a photo shoot on Wednesday while working all week. I'll find time for myself eventually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll be fine. You're good. You can do it. I have faith in you. Me, I can't do much, but you, I got fucking jury duty tomorrow.
What? You have jury duty?
Yeah,
how did that happen?
I got it right here. Because I fucking vote in the city and I'm not a fugitive, so I can fucking just. I seriously, I just did this. Like,
I thought that. Yeah, I've never been called for jury duty.
I guess it's been 5 years.
Really, it's been that long?
Yeah, since the last time I did this. Circuit Court of the City of you are hereby summoned to serve as a juror. If you fail to appear, be held in contempt, blah, blah, blah. But I don't have to be there till 1 p.m. Blah. So it's like, it's just going to fuck up my whole day, but not even fill it. I wonder how late I'm going to have to be there.
I don't know. That sounds like a bummer, though.
4:30? Ugh.
You should just protest that like France is protesting the raise in the retirement age.
Ooh, I can call and see if it's been canceled.
It probably has.
Because I would love to work tomorrow instead. That's what I love. This reminded me of you.
What?
This issue that I'm about to talk about.
That I just segued us into, but you weren't paying attention?
Were you talking about my next bullet point?
Yeah.
You're brilliant. That's why I felt welcome to it. You led me to it and I didn't even know it.
I know.
So in France, 1 million people protested at a rise in the retirement age from 62 to 64. And when they raised it anyway, they firebombed a bunch of fucking buildings.
As they should.
I can often be heard saying that the French Revolution is a page in a book we should probably borrow from time to time when it feels like we are not holding our government accountable to working for us.
Yep.
And usually I go back to the guillotines. However, you don't need to go that far back to see what that spirit of civil unrest looks like. I think retirement age is 65 here. Some people are saying it's 67. I guess it depends on if you're looking at just Medicare or Medicare Social Security or what the things are. Mm-hmm. And for some people, depending on how long they paid in, I know it's different. But the people that are anti-lowering the age of retirement here, I feel like are being weird.
Well, the U.S. has such a different work culture than Europeans do. Like in Europe, they leave work and they leave work. And when here, people don't have that work-life balance. Like, yeah. I think I made a reference to a client canceling their appointment well within the 48-hour cancellation policy, and it was at 9:15 the night before their 5 p.m. appointment. And I was like, that's like sending an email on Friday at fucking 5:10 and then having the person, like, having them expect it to be done on Monday by the time they walk in the door. It's like, no, like, that's not... No, there's work-life balance.
When was I going to do it? You weren't at work.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at work.
I don't like responding to work things on my days off. It bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I would like to have a day off where I don't think about work because I work enough.
Well, and you know what, though? And what I want to say to people that are clients of yours that would respond to that with like, well, what's that about? It's like, you don't want to see me when I haven't had time to heal and dump because you are in a role. I was in this business for a while, right? When I was younger. And the relationship you build with the people that come and see you every 6 to 8 to 10 weeks or whatever it is, especially like working people where they have to have their hair right on a regular schedule. Not like me, like, you know what I mean? Like successful, handsome, attractive people. They, that relationship becomes so sacred to them that, like, if they really thought about, okay, let me think of everything that I put on Emma when I see her emotionally. Do I want her to cut my hair when she hasn't had time to process that from everyone else she has to do that for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like my thing with the retirement age. Do you want to be working next to a guy who's 67 years old?
I say this in the nicest way possible with the best intent. I don't want a 65-year-old checking me out on new age technology because I'm going to blow my brains out if that happens because we're going to be chicken pecking and it's going to be, I was at Dollar Tree checking out at the self-checkouts and this woman was just, I kept on hearing, ma'am. And like the cashiers were busy and I turn around and I can tell that she's like needing assistance. And I walk over and I just push the giant green help button and the light went on and I said, she'll be able to see this now and come over and help you. And she was like, oh, well, that's just too simple. And I'm like, and you don't think to look around like before you bother somebody while they're in the middle of their job doing something?
Yeah, that was the problem with it. It was too simple.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I lost my goddamn... I got this thing and I got this thing, but I don't have my other thing. Is it in here? No. Who knows? It's not essential. Oh. So, my thing is, with the deadlock we're in politically here, and with the abuses we see with situations like the banking threatening to collapse thing that we talked about last week or whatever, I didn't necessarily know that the French were still doing it like that. It's like, you guys want to do something that you know that we don't want you to do, and so you do it anyway. Well, guess what, bitches?
Not happening.
Bang, bang. Clank, clank. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a lot of protests happening all around.
I've been saying that. I think, it'd be good maybe for a couple people to get roughed up.
But what about the rioters and looters?
Burn it all.
Go ahead and raise my retirement age.
I don't think I have one.
Go ahead and... Well, that's my thing, too. It's like, what a luxury to even consider. But here's the thing. The people that are like anti-lowering the retirement age are like, well, that's... If we give people over 60... all access to Medicare,
the same argument,
then that's
though, that it
like
always
socialism. Is. And I'm like, well, then get rid of it altogether.
Right.
Delete the whole thing altogether.
But they're all complaining about, well,
right
it's not fair because I didn't get that.
To control people's participation in the workforce. Yep. It's like we're literally threatening their physical health.
Yep.
If you decide that you don't want to work a full-time structured thing, then you just get to just die of diseases you don't even get to learn that you have.
Or just drowning in medical debt for the rest of your life.
And so if we really just did away with any socialized medicine, like the people that are anti-me on this issue probably would like to do, then do that, and our economy will restructure itself so that it's not dependent on that. Because the answer is not, work a couple more years. Those people are ready to retire a couple years before they actually pull the trigger finally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just not sustainable. I don't know what
retirement doesn't mean you can't work at all.
No,
I don't need.
That's
that
the thing too.
Yeah.
If you could work part-time, let's say you worked over a 30-year career and you can work part-time to keep your lights on and shit, but you're debt-free, maybe you paid off your house. Or you're
working, I mean, what if you're working, just part-time to go on vacations?
If this fucking house was paid off,
yeah,
I'd cut back.
But burn it down. Let them know.
But that's the thing. I mean,
Show
it's
us
like
how
they
to
told
do
you
it.
they didn't want you to do that. You did it anyway, in this fictional representation democracy that everyone acts like they have all the time. And then, I don't know. I don't want anyone to get hurt. But if you're not going to fucking listen to people, don't leave anything valuable in the building that you work in when you go home that day.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Don't leave your favorite fucking Rubik's Cube in your desk if you're going to be out there.
Going to get put in Jell-O.
You know what I'm saying? And that could, maybe we should encase some people in Jell-O.
Yeah.
Some real fucking white collar criminals up to the neck in key lime fucking
give their money
Jell-O.
away. Just give it away and piss them off even more.
Do you think you could get enough momentum?
Get them stuck in Jell-O and make them watch you physically hand out their cash to poor people. Oh, that would make them so mad. Yeah. Oh, that's a good enough punishment. No prison.
Like if you filled their mouth with all of their own money in dollar bills.
This just sounds like a weird.
Hold on, I'm not done.
It's
so picture
weird.
this. So you
I'm
have
not into it.
You have a big acrylic cube, and you stand this perpetrator in this cube, and you fill that cube with green Jell-O, and you let it solidify on their cold, treacherous skin, and then you fill their mouth with their own dollar bills, and then you line up a bunch of public school kids and they go down and they each get to grab $1 out of each of these fuckers' mouths. That would make them crazy.
$1? You talking about
no,
hundos.
$1 at a time. But there's going to be
yeah.
buses full of these public school kids that these legislatures have abandoned, and now they're down in their underwear, encased in Jell-O, with a mouthful of their own dollar bills that all of these poor children are now going to steal from them, one at a time, systematically.
I'm into it.
Okay, good. Somebody
not
animate
naked.
that.
Maybe
I
not
need a
stripped
fucking
down.
animator. What is the deal?
I don't know anybody. Sorry.
I know. That's the thing. Nobody wants to work anymore.
Actually, not us.
But so that's what I hope happens. I hope we quit holding people's health hostage to keep them in the workforce that the fucking, what was that guy's name that designed the public school system to feed factories? Fucking huge guy, big name, Rockefeller.
Oh, one of the elites.
One of them. But I do think we all need to chill out. This is I really feel like for years I behaved in a way like, for example, the example I wrote down here. I felt about Chick-fil-A as if they had murdered my own gay lover in front of me.
I mean, it's not murder.
I don't want to soften
conversion
my
therapy.
criticism of Chick-fil-A at all. And I still I've eaten there once in the last 10 years,
Do
I
you
think.
know what conversion therapy contains? Like what it is?
No, it's awful. Right. And so I don't want to soften my criticism of them at all. But I think I'm doing myself a disservice by being so upset about it.
I mean, I don't really get upset about it. I
do.
I just it's weird to me when people eat Chick-fil-A knowing that it, but I mean,
especially
also
if they
a
tell
bunch
people,
of gay
if you're
people
eating
eat it too.
Chick-fil-A in secret because you love that Polynesian sauce, but you feel bad about supporting.
They're right. You can make it at home.
You can also lie. You can also, what really doesn't make sense to me is people that will admit to eating or even loving Chick-fil-A. People will say on the radio, they will say, oh, Chick-fil-A is my favorite. I'm like,
I know who you vote for. You know what I mean?
I just don't know. Because it's the thing. I still feel the way I feel about places like that, like the Hobby Lobby. However, I think I need to take a step back and not get upset about it.
Right. But it's also like you shouldn't. I mean, people are so extreme. Like, okay, you know what? If Chick-fil-A is all that's around you and it's what you want, go get it. I had to go to Hobby Lobby to pick up a mirror because I was making somebody a deviled egg mirror, and they don't sell that at Joann. I didn't look at Michael's because Michael's isn't my go-to. But they also have really good deals there sometimes. The money I'm spending there is not doing the damage. It's just paying the employees' bills. And that's how I justify it. But I also am not shopping there regularly enough. So it really is only like $20 every couple of months or so, if that per year.
Right. It's not like you're going there every year for all of your Christmas decorations.
I'm not a party planner.
Right.
I'm not, decorating houses in a professional manner or even to make money off of. So it's just,
Because especially if you really want to go the other way, if you say, you know what, yes, I'm going to vote with my dollar and I'm only going to support businesses who are ethical and that I can get behind or whatever. It's like, well, that list is going to get short really quick the more you look into it.
It is, and it's so difficult. I mean, even if you just generally try to stay away from certain things, almost every, what is it? The two things that I really eat that are supplied with Nestle water are Haagen-Dazs ice cream and DiGiorno pizza. They also do Perrier, and I love a Perrier sometimes. But like Nestle's a horrible corporation. Yeah. Horrible. Killing innocent children in other countries. But they also kind of own everything. It's like all you can do is focus on what you can do day to day to make a difference. And not what other people are doing with their own time and business.
You eat a lot of DiGiorno
there are exceptions
pizzas?
to that. Like, people deserve to know where they're spending their money, and they deserve to know the shitty people that own it or the shitty business practices.
Is a DiGiorno pizza cheaper than just picking up a pizza at a pizza place?
Yeah, I mean, not that much, but I also, if I'm grocery shopping, I'm like, oh, I'm going to want pizza this week. I'm trying to be fiscally responsible. $6 compared to that $12 is...
A DiGiorno pizza is only $6? How's it turn out?
The quality's bad. I got a deep dish one, like a Detroit style, because I wanted Jets, but I was like, well, let's be frugal. Not good.
That's the music acting like it's going to cut us off.
Yeah.
But that's not actually what we're doing. We're not prepared for that.
You said, "Oh no, we got more to talk about."
It
gave me heartburn.
I got catching up to do. You know what I mean? So
we have another mega pod coming.
Yeah, I mean, we did a smooth 90 minutes last time, no problem. So, but this is a template that I use, and so the bumper music's in there, and I usually just mute it. We'll get it back when we need it. So,
yeah. I relate.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, is we dump a lot of our extra energy into made up shit to be mad about. Like how at a landfill, natural gas is produced at such a rate in a landfill that they siphon it out and they burn off the excess. Mm-hmm. So there's just like a flamethrower running by a landfill 24 hours a day. And that's the hate in my heart.
Granite City when you cross the river.
The hate in my heart for fucking Chick-fil-A is a fucking constant fire hose flamethrower of negativity that I'm trying to release because I want to live longer and I want to feel freedom.
That's how I feel about certain local
spirit.
Businesses, but I don't think I'll not say that. I'll not say which businesses.
You want to shut them down?
I mean, they should be.
Who? No, don't say who. Whoa! I'm awake now, girl.
The podcast. What is wrong with you?
Not on the platform.
It's online. You can look it up. You know what I'm saying? The information's out there. You can go to that website where I registered your LLC and look up any business search, any business LLC that's registered in the state of Missouri. You can look it up by the business name. You can look it up by the LLC that it might be filed under. And you can also look it up by business owner name, like certain individuals who happen to be outed as terrible people that still own businesses. That
happens a lot.
So that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But it's public knowledge. It's public information, and you should go look it up. If you want to know who owns the businesses you're going to, go look it up on the website.
And that's the part that I want to say is like, definitely make the choice to shop at places where you can feel good about it, right? Mm-hmm. But also, you got to measure.
That also requires a level of financial privilege. I absolutely
fucking hate Walmart.
Yeah.
But sometimes, if I just need fucking socks or something because I'm out of town and we drive through a Walmart fucking enclave in the wilderness, guess what? $7 for a billion socks at Walmart is not that big of a deal compared to I'm not buying my groceries there every week.
But again, we're talking that requires a level of financial privilege as well, because some people all they can afford is Walmart.
Right.
All they can afford is...
Well, apparently everyone at the Walmart is just stealing the food now.
Well, why not?
I don't understand why they don't just do that. Just stock everything, let the people come in and take it, and just fucking... just let them leave with it. Just don't give them a bag. Make them bring their own bag, and then fucking... If 100 Diet Cokes is $4... just let me have it. You're going to make me stand in line to ring it up myself? Just fucking put it on my tab, Sam.
That'd be wild. You could have a tab.
Well, they were acting like they were going to do that with the Amazon stores, where you could just you'd walk in and
I know. My friend
the NSA would just scan all of your orifices while you shopped, and they would just know exactly what
my friend in California went to one because they have them out in California.
It's like that when I go to Sam's Club because I have a business account with them adjacent to another business. So I probably would, if I had to start my own thing, I would probably choose a Costco or whatever the better fucking one is. But I don't like any of the Costco locations.
I just don't need to buy anything in bulk.
I need to buy Diet Cokes and LaCroix in bulk, and sometimes
single household.
flushable wipes. I like a clean hole. You know what I'm saying?
You can talk about clean buttholes, but I can't talk about periods around you.
You better fucking not. You better fucking not.
Just clarifying.
Don't make me pull rank on you right now.
Talk about
Do not make me pull rank on you right now.
How about mutual? That goes both ways.
If you say something fucking disgusting on my show, I swear to God. Fuck.
What if you have a daughter, Jake?
That daughter will have plenty of females to ask about that. I can defer.
Did you say females?
Whatever they like to be
What's
called.
wrong with you? Whatever they like to be called?
Whatever you want to be.
After you mansplained how to use Google Docs to me earlier today.
I didn't mean this is how you use Google Docs.
I didn't mean. I'm telling your wife.
She heard all of this.
I am texting the group chat.
I didn't mean this is how you do it. I meant feel free to change whatever you want. I didn't want you to think I was particular about my Google Doc. Obviously, I'm not.
I didn't care. I did it anyway.
Fuck. Oh.
Females, are you kidding me right now?
I didn't know what. I never know what I'm allowed to say.
Flag.
I want to say the most positive thing.
Women?
Ugh.
Females is the biggest red flag ever.
Women?
Yeah, adult women.
Oh!
Who get their menstrual cycle monthly. Look, you're making me break out in hives. Stop.
I gotta pee all of a sudden. My kidneys started pumping like I was in danger. Like a bear was chasing me.
Making my rash worse. Quit pissing me off.
My kidneys were like, hey, we gotta make piss. This blood needs to be clean in case it gets spilt on this pavement.
What?
Fuck.
I was ignoring you.
You were ignoring me?
Yeah, I was checking my text.
Okay, hard reset. Go like this.
I'm not doing that. I just need you to talk about something I care about.
Yeah, the Fox Theater is having a problem because they don't know who's supposed to own it. They had a 99.9 year fucking lease or something. They had a 99-year lease, but now none of the companies that were originally like in charge of shit are in charge of shit now. So it could be interpreted to go to one of two companies that currently operate either for or within the building. And so they were, last I checked, that was up in the air about who's going to end up owning it. I don't think anyone wants to change what it is or where it is, but ownership is in question. Let's see if that's been updated at all, because this story's a couple weeks old. Oh, this is STL Today. They're going to try to fucking sell me a... Yeah, fuck them. Are we cussing too much? I guess it's too little too late to worry about it now.
Last time we were. You just did on your rant.
Yeah. Who's ranting? Oh, great. That's what I need. I don't feel safe when you say things like, what were we even fighting about? I'm so exhausted now. I feel like I got beat up. I feel like I just got drunk and got beat up.
Yeah, probably because you did verbally, because you were being a douche. Problematic white male.
Holy fuck.
What?
The last names, these are not people we know, but the last names in this article are like, you would have thought it was people we knew. It's just funny. This isn't interesting, though, now that I'm reading it. If you give a shit about the Fox Theater, Google that shit. Let me know what happened. Oh, text us. This is why I love the text line, because I can abandon a segment and just say, listen, text me. I don't fucking know. 314-626-4208. SMS, brother. Because I don't know. I hope the Fox Theater is okay, so I can go see Hamilton.
Yeah, same. I've been there like once or twice.
Did you see the orca whale found swimming with a pilot whale calf in what seems to be an interspecies adoption?
Maybe. Did I send you that Reddit?
Is that a Reddit?
I don't know.
This is on Facebook. No, Science Times. Oh, look at him, Emma.
That's precious.
Oh, my God. You know, when I was a kid, we won some kind of a fucking stay at a hotel somewhere. So we went to Chicago and we went to the aquarium.
Chicago at the Shed Aquarium.
Chicago. And we went to the fucking aquarium. And there was a beluga whale and a baby beluga whale. And they were swimming in laps. And me and my mom just stood there and cried for like 30 minutes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's like the upstairs level.
Yeah. It was precious.
I've been.
You know, and that's Mother Nature, baby girl. You know what I'm saying?
Fan of aquariums.
No, I don't really believe in that shit. You know what I mean? I was a child, though. I don't
believe in like SeaWorld, but I feel like aquariums are like zoos where they're conservational. You know,
if that's the case,
I would imagine
if it's structured in an educational and conservation sort of mechanism.
That's how the St. Louis one is.
Well, right. But we're so spoiled here that, like, because some cities have zoos that they call, like, this is our official city zoo. And it's like a dangerous, unsafe, gross, cruel place. Right. You know what I mean? And so you don't realize that, like, the last fucking thing I want to do when I go to another city is go to a fucking art museum or the zoo. because it's like we got one of those at home that's free
Well,
and
yeah, I
it's
just wanna
probably
pay for
cooler
it.
than this one, unless you're in one of like top 5 markets.
Right.
We got to go to Miami, sister.
I don't know if I'm gonna come back. If we go to Miami, what are you
I
talking
want to
about?
go to Miami.
I want to go to Miami too. Who are you telling? I would
wanna
love to go to Miami. Pero like, I would disappear with a beautiful Cuban man who
I'm okay with that.
you'd never see me again.
Why would you have to disappear?
I would.
Is that how scandalous interracial dating is in your?
It has nothing to do with interracial dating.
I
it
thought
has
that's what you
everything
were
to do with the
implying.
type of men that I'm attracted to.
That they would just snatch you up. Don't you think you're a little high profile? You're covered with unique markings. You have
I
white
would
hair.
actively choose to disappear.
You're
with
like
a Cuban
if
man.
Post Malone and Gandalf had a baby. You're so white. Like you would be contraband to those gentlemen. If you're talking about the criminal element that
I like
know
the way that sounds, though. We got to change subject.
But I wanna
Anyway,
go to
I'll go to Miami with you. I'm
Miami.
just saying, I'm not promising that I'll make it back. I'm not promising that I'll make it
So
back.
you're saying I'd have to make you come back, but you could blame me, but that would get us through it.
I can't make any promises.
Promises.
I'm letting the universe take me where it needs to. And if that is on a yacht with a
never
Cuban man for the rest of my
keep-
life, I'm out. Peace out.
all of those promises.
Your ice machine sucks.
That noise?
Yes.
I don't think it comes in the microphones. Did you hear it on the last one?
You can hear it
Oh,
sometimes.
I must have. You know
I'm
what?
not
I was a
listening
little
on live
fucked
stream.
up last time, and I think I overdid the limiter because it was very squashy. Like it was like
You bleach that regularly or clean it?
the ice maker.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like brand new.
Well, they get moldy super quick.
Oh yeah, no, but the whole mechanism, the whole tank comes out, and you just hose it off. You wipe it. I usually use a Clorox wipe, and then I wipe it. I love a Clorox wipe. It makes me feel
do too.
safe. They can't
I don't
possibly
have any right now, but
they
I do
can't
have-
possibly be as
Okay.
effective as they feel like they are because there's just no way that science is that good on a
I feel like
Clorox
they are.
wipe.
It's an antibacterial liquid. That
Oh
they're soaking
God,
in
but
as
it makes
long
me
as
feel
they're wet.
safe. If I sometimes I'll rub them on my skin. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure that's great for your psoriasis.
But if I'm really dirty, if I really have some gunky filth on me in any kind of variety, and that's what I got, man, I will feel clean afterwards.
I think I have a video of you doing that on my phone after a night out.
Did you see my eyes? I was like this, and then you said that one. I popped right up. I'm trying to think, like, what did she catch me doing?
It was a leopard print. It was at Ellie's old apartment after we went out.
that was a makeup wipe. Was it a Clorox wipe I was rubbing on my face? I thought it was an oil pad. I thought it was an astringent oil
An
pad.
oil pad. No, it was not a rice paper. It was definitely some kind of some kind of wipe.
It was like an astringent thing, though. It
I
was
don't
like
remember.
It smelled good, and I was
was
fucking
drunk,
hammered,
too.
and I really. And it got a cold astringent wipe on your fucking hot drunk face when it's raining, pouring down rain.
That was such a damp night. We were at what
You wake
bar
up
were we
and-
at in Soulard.
You wake up and your friend is driving your car, but you don't remember telling her to. And you certainly don't want to drive it. I'm talking about me. I kind of hate when people do this whole second person thing. Or they're like, well, you know, when you grow up in an environment where you mean you're talking about you? Just say, I grew up in an environment where.
I mean, I like generic terms.
I don't like when people talk to me in the second person. I don't
you
like it.
directly. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, the you part is weird. I'd rather them keep it like omniscient. Be like, well, when
Freeze?
when an individual,
Did you glitch?
as one might experience,
What the hell is swamp monkeys?
swamp monkeys is not a people. They also fucking got out at our zoo. So after the second time that Ben, who's moving to Texas, R.I.P., he's not dead. He's not dead. Ben's not dead. I'm just like, God, I have seriously, for real.
Tighten up.
You do not need to. I'm doing the rest of the show hunched over like this. 2 swamp monkeys leave habitat at St. Louis Zoo after doors left unlocked. Well, that's what it
the
is.
Human's problem.
That's what it is. That's probably what happened with Ben. They said his new place in Texas has a moat.
Maybe somebody's trying to sabotage from within the zoo.
Somebody that works at the zoo is disgruntled. I went to a wedding there once, and it was lovely. It was so perfect. A dream wedding, right?
At
really
the zoo.
great. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was in this private room in this separate building, but they had people working there that economically did not appear to be thriving. That's the kindest thing I can say, because they were lovely to me, but I was DJing the thing. It was my friend's wedding that I was also helping out with and DJing and emceeing. So I was kind of like interacting with them more than everyone else was. And they were all doing a perfect job, but they just seemed a little beaten down, a little stressed out, a little small in number. So, and a zoo is an expensive place. I get it.
Did they serve zoo food at the wedding? Like chicken fingers? And
they had like good food, like wedding
dogs.
food. But I think it was the zoo,
they
like
have
a
like
kitchen
this typical
that is
St.
on.
Louis mascacholi at the wedding. Did you guys have mascacholi at the wedding?
We had fettuccine
and
pulled pork, which is the clutch combination. If you've been drinking natural light seltzer all day.
Do we have text on the text line, or is that just your phone?
I think that, let's look. Who's on my text line?
So the swamp monkeys got out and had to be put back in.
Swamp monkeys got out. Somebody left the door unlocked. So I think we should definitely at least make up that this is a conspiracy. And
I like it. Let's start it right now. Somebody post
there is a
Reddit.
phantom menace in the St. Louis Zoo.
My buddy Chris used to work there. I could probably get him to
Call
start that room.
him. Quit saying people's real names.
I didn't say his full name.
Say his. You did. You told that dude's full name last time.
Who?
Sergi.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sure he cares.
He's probably in witness protection. That's probably 3 names ago for him. Is that racist?
Why would that be right?
I have no idea. I don't know how it works, Emma.
What are you, full white?
Probably.
How do you ask
probably.
somebody, like, what are you? Like, because that's not okay. We know that. But, like, what are you?
I would never.
You would never. You would just assume.
Yeah, I'd go like, what are you, Chinese?
I don't know why I asked you. I'm the one that has to remind you not to use the R slur, so, you know.
Don't start. Don't come on here. What are you fucking Daenerys Targaryen? You're going to clean up the mean streets. You're going to go on someone's podcast and accuse them of asking somebody if they're Chinese.
I'm just saying that's not what I said. You just said that. You did that yourself.
I would never ask.
You're gonna make my stress hives break out because you're gaslighting me.
Emma,
with love. You just said that. I just said that you happen to use the R slur sometimes.
I've been trying not to do that
because I yell at you.
Well, it's inappropriate.
It is.
It's not something I would defend.
No.
So that's got to go.
Even though you just kind of did. It's fine.
So, where are you going?
I'm scratching because my fucking hives are swelling up again.
What about
stressing me out?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Let's not fight. You and me are a team.
We need to calm.
We got to stick together.
We need to really.
We're strapped in like we're doing 4-hour morning radio right now. Like we could. I'm not saying that like. I'm not like manic.
The
like
vibe's definitely different than last week.
But we got a second wind.
Last week it was very low. It was tiring. We had a lot to cover. We both needed a nap.
Yeah, and sometimes you do this thing where you just, you know what I mean?
Me personally?
No, I was joking.
Watch yourself.
I know. Oh, I know. Trust me. Do you worry at all about sex robots in the future?
No. I am a sex robot.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. I'm like, guys, they're amongst us, dude. The beta for this shit, they've been building them since the 70s. Why do people romanticize the 70s?
I don't know. I don't know why anybody romanticizes any
romanticism.
You know what I mean? Like, it's still bad now.
Yeah.
Probably because there was that whole like free love movement.
Wasn't that the late 60s though?
I don't fucking know. When was the Vietnam War?
The late 60s into the 70s.
So, yeah.
It went on for way too long. I always think it was just a couple of years for some reason. It was much longer than that. But, yeah, I don't know. People will just say old
Your cat.
Caucasians will often say, you know, like in the 70s. And I'm just like, man, I missed out, I guess.
I mean, that was their prime.
It's really more
I
about
look
their
back on
age.
like what Keenan was just watching. Or no, one of my clients was watching. She's on season 3 of Vanderpump Rules, and she was like, "This whole season just seems like the soundtrack is LMFAO." And they just, because I said the season before that smelled like
Teen Spirit.
bacon infused vodka with a donut on top of the cup. Which, like, everybody, like, if you lived through that era, you know what that vibe is, and it was terrible because everything had bacon infused into it. Ugh.
With that shot, you look like you're on Fox News.
I know.
Talk to me about Istanbul.
What did you just say?
What's going on in Turkey?
I don't know.
I just meant because you're on Fox News.
Oh, gotcha.
Is this fun or what? You don't want to talk at all while I'm getting a Diet Coke?
You got to be better with your timing and your transitions on that. You left me with nothing to talk about.
I didn't know. I was trying to set you up. You didn't want to talk about...
Fox News?
No, the sex robots.
You did not. You went through a whole thing after that. I'm not worried about sex robots. No, good. I mean, if they become sentient, it's just more things that men are going to take advantage of sexually.
I think if they added a sexual component to the next PlayStation, like for free, I think they'd clean up the streets.
Would it help incels?
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it keep them docile
for them?
If they could have an interactive sexual experience built into their PlayStation?
But I mean, they're blow up dolls now because they're still going to be mad that a real life woman who has a real life personality and aspirations and goals and is whole in themselves doesn't want to physically touch them. And they're going to get mad that they're fucking a robot because like they're blow up dolls now. I mean, they're pocket pussies.
But if we normalize it, and I'm saying we give it away. So right now the market is limited to people that will pursue and purchase something like that. But what if we just build it into something they're already going to buy?
I don't know. I don't have a dick. I don't think like that.
I don't either. That's my fucking thing. We got to get my brother on the phone. I think he's got one.
We'll call Whitty. We'll FaceTime him.
Whitty!
I don't think he's not watching because he has not been texting.
Whitty, we got to talk about the... I didn't have the heart to scream it. So we don't know then about this. Would sex robots text us this next week here? Could Sony stop mass criminal violence with a sex bot expansion?
I don't think so because again, there's enough. Well, not enough, but there's starting to be more evidence that AI creations are becoming sentient beings. And so again, the people who are going to be buying sex robots are problematic as shit and they're going to abuse those robots. Men need to hold men accountable, but
for the robot abuse?
Not for the hypothetical robot abuse. I'm saying that's not going to fix the problem. Sex robots are not going to fix the problem.
Because I do try to tell people this with other issues that, the reason why the war on drugs doesn't work or didn't work is because you're not addressing the reason why people like the drugs so much.
Yeah, because this country sucks.
I mean, especially when you're experiencing something really hard. And, I mean, if you can make the decision that the known detriment to your health and safety is worth whatever kind of experience you're pursuing, then your organic, sober experience has problems that are probably outside your control because you would avert them if you could. If you could fix your real problems on your own, you would just do that.
Yeah, but that also comes with a level of being honest with yourself and holding yourself accountable and facing your own demons because, like, not every action's inherently bad. You can do bad things and not be an inherently bad person while still acknowledging, like, yeah, I have done bad things. I've done very bad things. I'm not a bad person. And if my actions in those situations caused harm to somebody and they brought that to my attention, obviously that maybe was or was not my intent, but an apology would be needed. But people just don't want to do the work and face those demons.
But also, like, societally, I mean, the war on drugs is a great example of an era where systematically the government decided repeatedly that, look, we're not...
That was also based in racism, too.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Finding
and classism.
A new boogeyman.
There's a term I was hearing about today called healthism, which plays into all this same kind of thing. It's like a form of elitism, but where it's like, you know what? Healthy people are better. Unhealthy
that's
people,
ableism,
right?
That falls into the category of
that. But broadly, they're starting to refer to some of it as like healthism, or I think it was not healthyism, but just healthism.
Like Gwyneth Paltrow saying she eats bone broth for lunch, and that's her favorite.
Yeah, she wears me out. Did we talk about her ski accident?
No.
She's on trial right now. She's in a civil trial right now with a guy that she collided with while skiing, and he claims that it fucked him up. As you would if Gwyneth Paltrow hit you while skiing.
Right. I'd sue her for money.
I would go straight catatonic until I got the check in the bank, and I'd have to split it up over multiple banks because you want to make sure you're under the FDIC limit. So separate entities entirely. We're talking. Or maybe put a little bit of it in some real estate, but I'm in the bed until the check clears, daddy-o. But she's countersuing for $1 in legal fees on principle because
legal fees, because I want to pay Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyers legal fees. Fuck that.
Well, because apparently this guy that's suing her is kind of a jackwagon. He's like, and his own daughter testified that they haven't had a relationship because he's abusive and he makes things up and he's crazy and blah, blah, blah. So the whole thing is a mess. Gwyneth is wearing some creepy glasses. She's got her Jeffrey Dahmers on.
So toxic.
I'm one to talk over here. I look like Hank Hill in these. I worry about her.
Why?
Because she's not well psychologically. Yeah. Isn't her mom famous too?
I don't remember.
But I don't know. I don't think that the case looks good for the dude. So I'm not really. It seems frivolous, as you would imagine, as mine would be.
So is everything she sells on her website. She sucks.
That's also the thing. It's also like this guy's like, fuck her. She sells candles that smell like feet and shit. Right. Like, give me some of that money, you bag of shit. You better watch where you're going. Can we talk about privilege for a minute? I had the most precious student the other day, a little girl, 6.5, playing piano, and she'll sing every note as she plays it, which is so cute.
How old did you say?
6.5. Absolutely precious. Just an absolute angel from heaven. If I woke up in the hospital afterwards and you told me it was all a dream, I would believe you. But she did tell me she just got back from spring break. They went to Breckenridge and she skied like a black mogul diamond or something, which sounds serious.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, did you snowboard?" She says, "No, we just ski." I'm like, "Oh, Lottie fucking da, brother.
You peasant.
Breckenridge. You did a black diamond at Breckenridge?
At 6.5?
And you're 6.5? Nobody ever took me skiing.
I think I went once at Hidden Valley. It's not I don't like...
They make their own ranch there.
No, that was a dad joke.
Isn't it the same place?
No.
What? I've been telling people it's the same place for years.
It's not the same place. It's a country club. Fuck. We used to belong there.
A country club?
Yeah.
And you could ski?
Yeah.
They have fake snow?
Yes.
I've been to a place like that. Maybe it was that place.
Probably. It's in Eureka. My grandma used to
work
work
have been
there.
that place.
I took golf lessons there as a kid, too.
You are the weirdest dude. You are the most random dude. Did you know that Emma is a racquetball champion and shit? Did we talk about this before on the show?
I don't think so.
It's just funny when it's like meeting somebody. Like, imagine, because
when
I'm
people
old
meet me,
enough
they're
now,
like, dude, I want to hear, like, you've been to Spain? You played racquetball? Like, what? I'm like, yeah, I do cool shit.
Yeah, I'm just also like who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like when
Let me correct you for 1 second. I was the first girl, technically, second person ever from Kirkwood High School to win state, and I was undefeated that year.
In racquetball.
Up until
Did
last
we ever
year,
get to go
the
see
varsity
you?
1 seed girl won state, and this year Kirkwood's varsity girls team won nationals for the first time in history. So Dan Whitley is now the coach there.
That's
I
that
love
thing
Dan.
you're doing.
What?
This is just an example of something to talk about. It's a lot of very specific information.
Well,
it's
yeah,
all
it's
very
important.
exciting. Well,
It's
this is what I'm
important.
saying.
That's a big
though.
deal. See,
no,
look,
that's
you
what I'm
talking shit
saying.
about
Though
women again,
that's
Jake.
exactly
Jesus
what I'm
Christ.
saying.
It's like
It's-
you don't even care
it's-
about the women in your life.
Oh, that's not. It's just a weird to come. It just gets really specific.
Yeah.
I think people think we're snooty because we're lifelong pioneers and students of the wilderness or whatever our thing was.
I don't think that was our slogan
Christ
for
Jesus.
high school. What?
Oh, every time I get an email from somebody I work for, I get scared. That's not healthy. What do I do about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I'm a fucking racquetball champion.
So, but that's the thing. That's
Some
just
respect
one
on my
tiny
name.
little corner of this beautiful mosaic of who you are. But it's impressive.
I'm an
Some
enigma.
people hang it up. When they get a couple of those, they hang it up. I'm a reverend.
I think I was just digging through all of my stuff and found a bunch of trophies from.
I'm
I
an
don't even
ordained
remember.
clergy person.
I know that. I plan on having you marry me to whoever my future spouse will be if
Happy
that
to
ever
do
happens.
it. I think I'm doing Clay and
you
Danielle's.
have to wear a gold.
I'll wear anything gold.
Yeah, you have to
Anything you
wear
want.
gold, unless you somehow become friends with the person. But I don't.
She better
We'll see
not.
numbers. You know what I mean? We'll see numbers.
She better not. People are throwing fits.
Who?
It doesn't matter.
About what?
Just,
In work?
Yeah.
Oh.
8:35 on a Sunday. I'm getting emails.
On the Lord's Day.
Go talk with
Don't
somebody.
pray about it. You know?
That's right. That's an East Coast thing, and I think you need it. You need a defense mechanism like that. It's like a mantra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just push it back. It's just whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like when the kids are roughhousing in the pool and you're just trying to chill. It's just like whoa, whoa, whoa. You just
Pump the
give them a
brakes.
gentle push in the right direction.
brakes.
The fuck away from you. You know what I
I
mean?
definitely don't do the gentle.
I like to set up in front of the filter so the jets are sending everybody away from me the whole time.
When's the last time you were in a pool?
My mom has that
yeah,
pool.
your mom's pool.
So I mean,
I
a
got
couple
so
times. this summer.
sunburned last year. I plan on doing that again this year.
Yeah, I like to just.
Got a little too stoned and fell asleep for an hour.
Well,
in
that's the
direct
thing.
sunlight.
You got to be careful because I've gotten fucking.
I was in
roasted
a
out
good
there
place.
Like that.
It was a good time. I had it.
No,
it was
it's nice out there. It's peaceful. And
peaceful.
now we're friends with the new neighbor.
yuck.
And so, well, the old neighbor though was antagonistic to our backyard hangs. He would play his music louder
Oh,
than
that's
ours
right. I was wondering if
on
it was the loud
purpose
music
and things
player
like
or
that.
not.
Dan is not like that. We can
good.
say hi to Dan. We don't have to act like Dan's not there. Dan's not going to listen to Fox News Radio at
But
full
is Dan
volume.
gonna come over and hang out? Because I don't want Dan to hang out.
Well, he did when his wife was out of town.
Well,
he
he
was
does
drunk.
have that pool
he
by
did
himself.
Yeah, but that's saying he's right there. It's like, we were talking about maybe building a gate.
Yeah.
So that he could stay where he is, but he feels like we could come over there.
Like a bubble.
Yeah.
Get just like some.
We're just gonna
a
get like
glass
prison
dome.
glass.
Yeah.
With the little phones. They're gonna be real little.
I like it.
little
Or just
phones.
have his end on a phone, but then hooked up to a Bluetooth speaker.
Just
so we can
he
hear.
just give him just a mirror and something to talk to. We'll put him in a little. What's the thing that you put a baby in? And they got all the. It's like Bop It, but they're enclosed. They're like strapped to a Bop It, and they can spin.
strapped to a bop it.
It's got all the little pulleys and tuggies, and they can spin around in a circle, but they don't go anywhere.
Baby, I don't know what that's called.
It's a little. You know what I'm talking about. Sound off in the comments if you got a fucking baby that you put in a little tiny prison of toys while you do dishes so that it can't hurt itself, but it's got things to
Do you
play
know how to
with.
jump around.
But like they sit in it. It's like a little seat thing. And they bounce
it's
up and down and they
stationary,
can
it's
spin
not-
around and touch things and they can kind of weeble wobble, but they can't go anywhere. I don't know what it's called. I don't have any of these children things yet. Oh, Christ.
I mean, what age bracket are we talking about? Like toddler? Like newborn?
Yeah, like something that, a kid that's not going to
Not a
call
pack
its
and
own
play.
lawyer for being falsely imprisoned in a little bassinet thing. It's like a, I don't know what you call it.
I just asked if it was called a pack and play.
I don't know that. I thought a pack and play was like the big cube thing that they could roll around in.
I don't know. Two people without kids. Talking about kid stuff. Moving
about
along.
kid stuff. Oh. I think that's about all we need. Do you feel like we accomplished like an arc of a journey together today? I feel like we hit a lot of important stuff. We fucking roasted the shit out of the zoo.
Yeah. And each other.
Yeah. I do feel better.
Good. I'm glad.
That was the original mission of the show. This is part of why I've loved your inclusion recently. Is the one of the things I wanted to make sure we do is lift up positive affirmations. Just plan for.
Gotta send those good vibes out.
Yeah,
man.
planning for protecting yourself and preparing for things that might be hard, so that you feel ready for them. Right. Mm-hmm. Our relationship is definitely a place where you and I get to do that for each other, I think.
Yeah.
And,
always have been.
And there's people out there that need that. And so if they could do that here with us, that's what I love. That's my favorite thing. And we're a real organization now. Thank you to you
LLC.
and your tutelage. And it's just so kind of you. At Sheer Hair on Instagram. One of the baddest motherfuckers in town. One of the best looking, best singing motherfuckers in the world. Guys, that's another episode of Jacob V Weekly. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Google, whatever. Please subscribe, rate, review, share. Do something with it for the love of God. We have an Instagram page for the show at Jacob V Weekly, where we post exclusive content and clips and highlights and whatnot. We also do the same on TikTok. You can contact the show with questions. Text messages seem to be the best because they don't get accidentally deleted or anything. That's 314-626-4208. Original music by Jacob V on all platforms. That's VI. Original music by No Antics on all platforms. Original music by Blinded by Stereo on all platforms. Also available on vinyl on Bandcamp. Blinded by Stereo. Lovely. Fuck. I know. I'm shitting the bed over here. This month, March of 2023, Emma helped me curate my companion playlist for the show. I don't really want to change the name of the playlist after 2 years, but it's been Jacob V's favorite songs on Spotify with the month and the year for like 2 or almost 3 years now, I think. So if you want to know, if you need a couple hours of jams, maybe find a little something you're not familiar with, or just some positive vibes, me and Emma worked up a really nice playlist this month. Jacob V's favorite songs, March of 2023 on Spotify. Take care of each other. Watch out for wasps. You gotta guard your loins. You gotta keep it close to the chest, but not too close. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how I live my life.
Mm-hmm. I've always said that about you. Amen. Let's go check on my wife.